Hey everyone, I'm Coach. Hope you're well. Today I want to talk about, is your mental health damaging your children? And this sounds very controversial, and I don't want anyone to think that this is in any way judgmental. I'm asking the question purely because we don't always understand the impact that our behaviour and that our language and our thought processes have on our children. And I just want to address that and try and offer some suggestions on how you can limit that. So, first off, children learn from their parents, and we would love to think that we are always getting, well, they only learn the good stuff, and know that they don't. All it takes is for you to accidentally swear, and a child picks up in seconds, don't they? And then you're thinking, oh no, why did I say that out loud? Kids have this amazing knack of knowing which behaviours, which words are the ones that they shouldn't just be learning. And it's exactly the same with behaviour. So if you do struggle with your mental health, that is going to impact upon your language and your behaviours, your entire thought process. That is the nature of the beast. So how do you protect your children from that? And the first one is mainly to be aware. Be aware that they're watching, they're listening. Even when you think they're not, they are. Even when you think they're engrossed in something else, they are. I know, I've been around at a friend's house and we've been having what we thought was a private conversation. 2 seconds later, you've said something and a child pipes up and asks, what does that mean? And you think, oh, I didn't think they were listening. But they are. They're always listening. Their ears are always open. So you need to be aware of that. When you've got mental health, it can be really hard to keep a lid on your thoughts, on your reactions, on your behaviour, because the way your brain has been changed through your mental health, it's altered those patterns. So, like I say, this is mental. This is not about blame. This is about trying to look at what reality is and find a way through for that. So if you're aware that everything you do is on display and everything you do is teaching them something, then you can adapt yourself. You can be more self-aware. There are going to be times when you experience stress, when you get angry, when you get upset, and then you feel those rush emotions and you naturally act in a certain way. When you're being watched, this is the that you need to be looking at. Can you react in a different way? What are the things that you can do to manage that until you are completely alone, or certainly out of the ears and eyes of children, so that they don't learn it? Breathing techniques, counting to 10, diversion, all this we teach our kids to do, are really good ways of doing this. So when you feel that maybe you're about to fall victim to your damaging thought processes, quickly distract yourself or count 10. Or take deep breaths, whatever works for you, to just at least keep those emotions in check until you can deal with them at a more suitable time. Because children, learned behaviour is very powerful for children. What they witness becomes their norm, becomes the rules by which they live their life. And it's very hard if you lash out, for example, you lash out when you're feeling hurt, sad, whatever is, your child will think that's the appropriate reaction when they feel those same feelings. So it's very hard as an adult to then discipline them when they've seen you doing it, because they know that, and they will use that against you. And I don't mean that in a horrible way, but they will do it. So if they lash out when they're angry and you tell them off for that, that's very unfair, because they've seen you do it. They've heard that from you. So it's all about how do you manage that immediate reaction that you have to any given emotion, any trigger that starts you off. Learn how to manage that if you have children, because they will learn, and it will make your life harder in the long run. From their point of view, never mind the discipline side of it, but if you're teaching them how to deal with their emotion, that's how they're going to deal with it with adults as well. And obviously, adults that lash out can end up in a lot of trouble. It also affects their relationships, because people don't necessarily want to be around people when they're behaving that way. So all of these things are things you need to be aware of. The second one is that you have your own set of beliefs, like we spoke about yesterday with the 3 questions. You have beliefs about yourself, you have beliefs about others, and you have beliefs about the world that they're in. So your children are learning a lot. All of those things they're learning from you. They're learning how you treat them is how they will feel about themselves. How you treat others is how they will believe others deserve to be treated and others deserve to be seen. How you view the world, how you view the world will be how they view the world. And so again, if you're aware of that, if you're aware that you're building their belief system, then yes, you're going to be angry. There's something that come on the news and you want to F and run about it, and you want to go at Dick or Harry about it. Remember that the children are going to adopt your beliefs, and they're going to follow at that. And you need to make their own choices enough. You need them to be their own individual personalities. And so, whilst I'm not saying censor yourself, by all means have those thoughts and feelings, but be aware that the impact that they have on young ears and young eyes. So, for example, if something comes on, it really annoys you, and you start shouting and saying things about whatever it is, they're going to form that belief about that situation. So, should something crop up in that, say you were moaning about taxi drivers, for example, they're going to form the belief that all taxi drivers should be shouted at, and all this or that, whatever you said, that